Hello everyone, I am Chris Coram and I am a student with the International Sports Sciences Association's College of Exercise Science. I am making today's video as part of my final project for my certification as a strength and conditioning specialist. In today's video, I will explain and demonstrate a sample workout that I would prescribe for an athlete that I look to work with in the future. Before beginning any exercise regimen, please seek the advice of medical professionals to ensure that you are healthy enough to exercise in the manner which I will be demonstrating. As the area that I live is predominantly populated by members of the military and veterans, today's workout is specifically designed for the active duty military member, predominantly soldiers and Marines in this area of the country. Walking is tremendously beneficial to people of all fitness levels. I highly recommend walking because it is low impact. Walking helps to increase our heart rate, our respiratory rate, and lubricates our joints in preparation for the activities that will follow in today's workout. Because today's workout is going to work the muscles of the upper body and the upper back, it is a good idea to warm those up with very lightweight movements. In this case, I'm going to use this fitness band and do straight arm raises, also called laterals or front raises, in order to warm up the muscles of the upper back and the shoulders. Shoulder health is particularly important, especially with older lifters, and we want to make sure that this area, which is a complex joint, is warmed up and lubricated properly before moving on to other exercises. To perform these movements, just simply take the band and place it on the floor and step on the band, and then using the band, we'll just pull our arms straight up and hold for a count of 1. Lower the bands back down, bring the bands back up for a count of 1, and we'll continue this for 5 repetitions. 3, and 4, and 5. This movement was taught to me by a physical therapist who stated that properly warming up the shoulder joints is very important before working out in upper body movements. Another area that we need to focus on in today's warm-up is our ankle mobility. I normally do not advocate stretching prior to a workout or as part of the warm-up. However, to increase our ankle mobility, we do need to do some step stretches today because we will be doing some squatting later. Increasing our ankle mobility now will assist us in our squatting and help prevent knee and hip pain down the road. To perform the step stretch, we'll simply step onto a step with our toes and the balls of our feet. You touch the wall or a nearby power rack if needed for balance, and then let your body weight push down on your heel. You should feel the stretch in your calf. This will stretch the Achilles tendon and the muscles of the calf, thereby increasing your ankle mobility. You want to perform this stretch for about 2 minutes. So after about 10 seconds, we can step up, we can switch feet, we can stretch the other foot for about 10 seconds, and we can continue to rotate left foot and right foot for about 2 minutes. Another exercise that I like to use during the warm-up is the overhead squat. The unweighted overhead squat helps to warm up the legs, lubricate the knee joint, while also ensuring that we're maintaining a tight core. The overhead squat, when weighted, is a tremendously beneficial core exercise. To perform the unweighted overhead squat, simply take a piece of PVC pipe, take a very wide grip, feet wider than shoulder width apart so that the torso can drop down between the knees. Pull the shoulders in, Try to think of sticking your shoulders into your ears, so shrug, and then slowly descend into a squat. You may sit in this position for a few seconds and then rise back up. We'll do 5 slow repetitions. And 5. Continuing with our warm-up and continuing also to focus on our core strength and stiffness, we'll perform 2 core exercises from the McGill 3. In today's warm-up, we're going to perform bird dogs, followed by the rolling plank. To perform a bird dog, first get down on all fours, and then we are going to extend an arm and then the opposite leg and hold that for a count of 5. I will demonstrate. We will perform 5 repetitions each, left and right arms and legs of the bird dogs, in 2 full sets. To perform a rolling plank, we will begin in a side bridge on either the left or right side and hold this position for 10 seconds. Once 10 seconds have elapsed, we will roll to the front plank, maintaining a stiff core. We will hold this position until 10 seconds have elapsed. At that point, we will roll to the opposite side that we began on and hold that position for 10 seconds. We will perform 2 complete rolling planks, thereby holding each position for a total of 20 seconds. The rolling plank is particularly important in this subject population as the Army and the Marine Corps have both gone to planks as an accepted abdominal exercise in their fitness testing. Now that we have completed our warm-up, we can progress on to our workout. Today's workout is going to consist of a circuit of pull-ups, push-ups, and body weight squats, all while wearing a weighted vest. As many members of the sample population have to perform their jobs while wearing weighted vests, in this case body armor, I recommend doing exercises in body armor or weighted vest as to get accustomed to the weight that they will be carrying. I recommend that the weighted vest be 10% of the person's body weight. In my case, I am a 200-pound man and this vest weighs 20 pounds. While wearing the vest, I also recommend using push-up handles or, if available, a set of kettlebells to use as push-up handles. Sometimes the weighted vest will sag and will make contact to the ground, giving the subject athlete the false sense that he's completed that repetition. This workout will consist of 5 chins or pull-ups, 10 push-ups, and 15 squats, all while wearing the vest. The chin-ups and pull-ups can be performed with any grip that the athlete feels comfortable with. This will help to alleviate stress on the elbows and the wrists that the lifter may encounter. This workout will consist of as many rounds as possible, an AMRAP, in 30 minutes. The focus here is to perform the work and not to try to complete too many rounds. Rest is instinctive. The lifter should rest when he feels the need to rest. However, too much rest and not enough work defeats the purpose of this workout. The chin-ups and pull-ups in this workout will help the athlete develop strength in the vertical pulling motions. Pull-ups are important in the military because the Army's Airborne and the United States Marine Corps use pull-ups to gauge strength and endurance. The push-ups in this workout will help the lifter develop strength in the pushing motions, particularly the horizontal pushing motions. These movements are important as the military continues to use the push-up as a gauge and a test of upper body strength. The squats help to develop lower body strength and power and endurance in the higher rep ranges that we will see today as we work up to 15 reps per set. The circuit will continue until 30 minutes has elapsed on the clock. Any clock can be used, whether it's a clock on the wall, a watch, or a clock on the phone. I will now demonstrate the pull-up. The lifter will take a grip that he's comfortable with and come into a complete dead hang. Will pull his body weight until his chin is over the bar. And then drop back down, the arms are completely extended. That is 1 repetition. 2, 3, 4, 5. To perform the push-up, the athlete will drop down into a front plank and then lower his body to the ground until his chest makes contact with the ground, and then push using his shoulders, his chest, and his triceps up until his arms are fully extended. I will demonstrate. The feet may be together, the feet may be separated in a wider stance. The lifter will drop his body weight down, touch the ground, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. To perform the squat, the athlete will take a slider wider than shoulder width stance, and then bending at the knees, will lower his body between his legs until he is parallel or slightly below parallel, whatever is comfortable for the lifter, and then rise back up, such as this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Once 30 minutes has elapsed, the workout has concluded. Progress will be measured by how many rounds the athlete has completed. In subsequent workouts, the recorded number of rounds will be compared to previous workouts to measure the progress of the athlete. The workout could be performed as many times as 4 times a week, depending on the tolerance of the athlete. The pull-ups can be particularly irritating to elbows, the push-ups to elbows and shoulders, and the squats can aggravate knees. Sometimes the hips could also be aggravated by the squats, and that's indicative of a lack of ankle mobility. Please consult doctors and trained medical professionals if you run into any of these issues. Once the workout has concluded, it's time to cool down. One of my favorite and most likely prescribed methods of cooling down is again walking, because it is non-impact and the athlete can perform this movement at his own pace. Once we're done walking, approximately 5 minutes, then we'll begin stretching. The 2 major stretches that we'll perform after this workout will be the step stretch again, and also a lunging stretch. To perform a lunging stretch, simply take a step forward as if you were going to perform a lunge. And then lean into the lunge so that you feel the stretch into your quad. Since we've been squatting, and squatting can be a quad dominant movement, we want to make sure that our quad and our hip flexors are adequately stretched. We'll hold this stretch for 10 seconds and then repeat on the other side. Once we've performed 5 repetitions on each leg, the stretching and the lunge stretch is done. Once again, to stretch out our Achilles tendon and our calf and to increase ankle mobility, we'll perform the step stretch once we have completed the workout, and able to help with our hip mobility and our ankle mobility so that we don't have any issues down the road while we're squatting. To perform the step stretch, simply step up on a step and let your body weight
push your heel down so that you feel the stretch in your calf and your Achilles tendon. If it becomes uncomfortable, please stop. However, if it's comfortable and you can maintain, please hold this stretch for 10 seconds and then switch legs. After performing the step stretch for a total of 3 repetitions of 10 seconds each for each leg, our step stretching will be done. These exercises were specifically chosen for their simplicity. No matter where you find yourself, traveling in a hotel or forward deployed anywhere around the world, you can find a pull-up bar. You can usually find a few feet on the ground to do push-ups, to do squats, to do curl-ups, and do bird dogs. The men and women of our armed forces find themselves forward deployed and still find ways to do pull-ups, push-ups, squats, and many other exercises. This workout is very similar to CrossFit Cindy, which is as many rounds as possible on a 20-minute time limit. And it is very similar to the Hero Walk Murph, which is 1 mile run followed by 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 sit-ups, followed by a 1 mile run as fast as possible. These exercises help build tremendous upper body strength without specialized equipment, and great lower body strength and endurance by only using your body weight and the added weight of a weighted vest or kit. This has been my final presentation for my certification as a strength and conditioning specialist. Thank you.